Over the weekend, I have to say it has been very disheartening. Whenever I spoke to a number of people in the South Armagh area and they've told me how they're living and how they feel, they're utterly and totally disgusted. We had the Chief Constable in Crossmaglen a couple of days earlier, or a matter of fact, it might have been one day earlier before the bomb in Newton Hamilton. Now, it took 4 TSU units to take the Chief Constable into Crossmaglen for a 5-10 minute walkabout for a publicity show. But go and catch yourself on. Do you not realise who you're working with and what you're dealing with? It's all well and good walking about Crossmaglen when you're guarded to the hilt, and matter of fact, you've put a number of policemen's lives at risk for you to put a show on in Crossmaglen. If you want to drive to Crossmaglen and walk about it armed, people would respect you more. Start living along with the real policemen and start living the lives they have to live in them communities, and perhaps you'll understand a lot better how they feel. The other thing I have to say, we're sick to our back teeth. These people are running rings around our so-called intelligence service. Even the fact of where they burned the car, and the fact that we were fit to drive to the location where they burned the car shortly after it. Now, the reason the car was burned out there, we believe, was to draw away from the area where these people actually were. Now, we tried to tell the police where these people, we believe, were active and where they were operating out of, but nobody wanted to know. But we're going to put a show on for you if things keep going the way they are. We know who yous are. Mr. Grew, you're the go-between between Tyrone and Armagh, South Armagh. You're the sort of godfather because you're making the money. Well, start counting it because you're going to be losing it very shortly. We intend to go after people like you. We warned the government 2 years ago that they needed to cut the finances of these scum because without finance they can't operate. Now we see a situation where people who are sitting on the Policing and Justice Board are fit to make statements about what the police intend to do next. But we have a hunger striker sitting on the committee and another terrorist sitting on the committee who are updated what the moves of the police are going to be, where they need the extra resources, and about putting road checks and all this sort of stuff in. They're telling the IRA, and people may believe it or believe it not, but they do talk to the dissidents because it is their brothers or their fathers or their younger sons that is carrying out these acts. And everything that goes through the Justice Minister goes through this committee. And who's on the committee but 2 terrorists? Get people into place that know exactly how to deal with these terrorists. They can be taken out at the root. Quite simply. If they allow the men who know who they are and where they are, allow them to do their job. If we know who they are, how's come the police can't deal with them? They can't catch them. We have predicted nearly every attack. This is not East London or the centre of London. This is South Armagh and parts of Tyrone and other places where the only thing they understand is what they hand out. And Mr. Grew, who's the godfather of Tyrone and in around that area in Armagh, who is the main linchpin between Tyrone and South Armagh, it is time he was dealt with. He should be back in jail where he belongs. And a number of other individuals who is helping these people, who we intend to highlight, who are out on licence and are helping these people, that they be arrested and put back into jail. But you won't move on the IRA terrorists. Why? Because Sinn Féin would cry harassment. Don't harass our poor Republican activists. The last couple of days I've spent travelling around South Armagh. I never seen a policeman except for the ones in Newton Hamilton. All I seen was people threatening to kill me, people shouting abuse at me, calling me an orange bee, you're not wanted here, you're a Protestant this and a Protestant that. That's what you're dealing with. These people don't hate just something from the mainland. They hate the Protestants. And they want the Protestants driven out of areas like South Armagh and Tyrone. We made a commitment that we would not sit silent while you people got back to your terrorist campaign of murdering and maiming innocent women and children and trying to murder police officers and trying to intimidate people out of the communities. We made a promise we wouldn't stay silent, and we won't stay silent. We have photographs of certain individuals in certain places. We have a video of certain individuals at certain things. We didn't sit back. You will be brought to justice. And if our Justice Minister and the Chief Constable don't know how to do it, well, then they're going to have to get somebody in here who does. Because these people were defeated way back before the ceasefires. That's why it's called the ceasefires. Some of us know who you are and what you are up to, and we intend to expose it. You could never defeat the Protestant, loyalist, unionist, law-abiding nationalist community. You could never defeat them. And you still can never defeat them because you won't be allowed to. The government betrayed us every time, but this time we are fighting back.